What up, everybody? Welcome back to Two Fried Eggs podcast. Kind of a little different scenario today. Recording, what is it? 2 o'clock, man. That's a weird time for us.
Yeah, this is a midday fried.
Yeah, what the hell going on here? Midday fry.
I mean, we're always fried, so it's not really that big of a deal to be doing this in the middle of the day, but it is definitely different doing it in the middle of the day.
That's true. Yeah. That is true. Well, you're looking mighty fine. And I was just noticing how much more manly my beard is again, by the way.
So you complimented me. I didn't even breathe and still complimented yourself too. Respect, sir. Respect.
And I haven't even lit the joint yet.
Oh wait, are you sober right now?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's a disappointment. I gotta hurry the fuck up and get out of that.
I'm fried. I smoked 4 bowls of tiger's blood since I've been home.
Dude, this is a mutt. This is what I call the dopest mutt joint. It's got like a little bit of fucking like 5 different strains of the dopest in it.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Because I break up like a little bit, so I always have a little bit left over, all right? So
Okay.
I'll be like, I want to smoke some cherry do-si-do. So I break me up a joint of cherry do-si-do. What's left, I put in the corner of the tray. Then I'm like, I want to smoke some tiger's blood. So I smoke some tiger's blood. What's left, put in the corner of the tray. You know what I'm saying? I keep going. Next thing you know, I got a bunch broke up in the corner of the tray. Then I roll that shit up and smoke it. And then you get a dopest mutt joint.
That is an interesting technique.
Yeah.
I have to say I respect it.
I cannot be the only one that smokes mutt joints, dude.
I can tell you I don't, but it's different for me though. I will put that little bit in there. If I don't finish it, I'll put it back in the bag.
In the bag, or I figured a lot of people probably use it like a bowl or something. Like use a bowl to smoke the extra. Really?
Well, I have a Good Day Farms.
You still keep it all separate? Bro, I'm too lazy for that shit.
I get it. But
dude, I've actually been... Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I like knowing what is going to happen when I smoke it. Like, the strains that I smoke, I know, like, if I want to get completely laid out right now, smoke some tiger's blood. That shit is putting me to sleep. Bro, I did 2 bowls last night, and I was done until 6 a.m. this morning. Woo!
Well, and that's the same thing I kind of do, and the reason why I mix them sometimes is because right now I've got a lot of like lock you type of shit. I've got the GMO, I've got glue, I've got I think Gorilla Glue or whatever the micros were, and then I've got their new glue that just came out in the smalls, and so I've got a lot of that stuff.
Which glue's that? Oh, the super glue. Yeah, I just ordered that.
Yeah. But then I've also got some cherry, like I've still got a zip of cherry do-si-do and shit like that. So like I've honestly been thinking about just taking all the micros, like I have like, I don't know, maybe 3 ounces of micros. And I'm thinking about just putting it all in a blender and then just that way it balances out. Like it's not so lock me down because the cherry do-si-do ounce will balance out the other ounces. And just
that actually makes sense. I
mix it all in it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking about doing.
For me, that makes no sense. Like it would completely skeeve me out. But for what you're trying to do, you're making your own hybrid.
Well, and because I use edibles to sleep.
Yeah. So
I don't smoke to sleep. I eat edibles to sleep.
Oh, see, I eat edibles
I've
to
changed.
party.
That's just recently. See, edibles don't do that for me, bro. Edibles make me be like, I want to go night-night after eating like 4 pounds of cereal or something. Though.
See, edibles, they loosen me up. Man, my wife said she said I've never seen you so relaxed as like when I did that 120 milligrams.
Mm-hmm. God, that's a lot, bro. Damn, a lot for me. Like me thinking about that. Like
I was trying to do 200. Remember?
It's a lot for me, bro.
Remember, I was trying to do 200, and I was like, I stopped at 120 because I started getting sick off the gummies.
That shit hits me too, dude. I don't know. Like, as I've always heard, it affects people different ways, and I don't fucking know. Like, the edibles, they smack me, dude. One thing about edibles I got to be careful with is because I don't know about you, but with a lot of people I've heard that you always have that first part, a little bit of anxiety as it comes on, kind of like with shrooms. You always hear about people having a little bit of anxiety as it comes on. So I have to be careful when I'm eating edibles not to let that first part of the anxiety take hold since I already have anxiety. You know what I'm saying? I have to be like, as I'm going through that first little experience when they're first coming on strong, I have to be like, okay, this is not a panic attack. This is just a fucking deal. I'll give it 5 minutes. This shit'll pass. It'll be done.
Bro, this morning, it was wild. I was getting ready for work this morning, and I got some wild news yesterday.
Yeah.
I got some news that my license was suspended.
All right.
Yeah, had no idea. It was about some tax issues with the state of Louisiana, but I had already fixed that part of it, but I didn't know that they had suspended it. I just got a notice that says, hey, get your shit together or it's going to happen. I'm like, well, just sit in it. They didn't get it before, so my license was suspended. So I had to get a cleared letter and all that stuff, which is why I'm here today. But I don't know why I started that.
It's because that's what that weed do.
Oh,
did you just have a brain fart? I love that shit, bro. Like where you just go forget completely about what you were talking about.
Blacked out completely about what I was just talking about.
And what's problem is I was drinking coffee, so I wasn't actually listening to you either.
Oh, that's not. And
it had nothing to do with our podcast, isn't it? Like sometimes we don't actually listen to each other.
Yeah, no, I always listen to you. You rarely listen to me.
Oh, don't put me out there. I'm trying to make it on both of us, dog.
Okay. Yes,
dude,
we don't listen to each other.
It's my ADHD, bro. I apologize, dude. Dude, you know what? You know what? Honestly, made me space out like 100%. Is I looked down because I should probably be looking at the camera like I do in stream when I'm talking to you for the podcast, but I look at you on the screen as well because I feel like we're just having a conversation and everybody else is kind of listening.
I center you under the camera though,
but I don't know because I make eye contact with you on the monitor rather than looking at you in the eye on the camera, right? Where it makes it look like I'm. And so when you were talking, I was looking at you, but I was taking a drink of my coffee and I saw, exactly. And I saw the old BG mug and I'm thinking, damn, dude, I still haven't even drank out of the 2 fried eggs mug because I don't want to use it. Like I have it just chilling back here on the background on my desk.
The only thing I've drank out of it is Crown.
It's just sitting here, but I saw the old BG thing and I instantly thought about the 2 fried eggs mug and then you lost your train of thought and I'm like, shit, I was thinking about a 2 fried eggs mug. What the fuck was he talking about? That's what that was all coming from. That's my ADHD, bro. So I apologize.
I know what I was talking about, but I don't remember why I was talking about it. Dude, I was talking about my license and everything and why, and that I was out of work today and whatever. But
yeah,
I was listening. It was more about my wife hasn't known this man yet. Like my whole attitude has changed since this new job.
Well, you're not working out of home anymore either, huh?
So I'm not working out of home. I'm on the road.
Because before you were home all the time, right? Pretty much. I mean, you had to go in every once in a while, but most of the time you were just fucking home, so you were always there, huh? God, she's gonna want to murder you way less, probably.
I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, like she might actually be happy to see you sometimes now since you're gone for a while.
I doubt it. I'm not gonna hold my breath.
No, I'm glad, man. That's sick. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Everything's going good so far.
Dude, it's fun. I've been enjoying the differences of just being responsible for myself, but also learning not a new trade, but a new product line.
I would think it would have to be good and like feel good to be out and around people. Like that aren't your normal people. I know, but like I don't think you necessarily have to like people to want to be outside of your house, I guess is what I'm saying. Like whether that be maybe not at work, obviously, because nobody likes work. But I tell you, like when I was sick, of course I'm sick, I guess during that time too. But the example I was going to use is when I was sick. By the time it was time to go back to work, man, what I was going crazy from was not being sick. It was the being in the house nonstop, like not being able to get out of the house and do that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I just felt like maybe that would be a good feeling to like be like, well, I have a reason to make myself get up and get out of the house.
Yeah, I don't care. Honestly, I'm going to bust my ass for the next, I don't know, probably year and a half and take over the shop that I'm looking at right now that I'm starting out as a guy. Like that's this company, all their managers are grown from within and they want them to work the single process of how to sell this, which is fine. If it works, I don't care. I will do whatever you tell me to. If you want to pay me a ton of money and we've talked about the kind of money.
I can't do that, bro.
Huh?
I can't do that, bro.
I can. I will regurgitate exactly what you say.
I'm too quick to tell a motherfucker to pound sand when I don't agree with what they're saying or whatever. Like
you talk about
to move up the ladder.
Oh, see that's okay. So you're not understanding.
Like I'm not a yes man. You know what I'm saying?
organization isn't they're not looking for a yes man. They're looking for somebody that's a motivator, someone that is a cheerleader almost to be the sales manager, someone that is extremely competent in sales and able to sell anything that he is in front of them, and a closer. That's what a manager is.
Kind of the boss that is needed where well, I'm not going to say too much, but you get the point.
It's not as much of a boss, though. That's the thing.
I'm in sales too. We just don't, we don't have that kind of motivation around us.
Yeah, it's different kind of sales.
Yeah, and it's not motivation by example. You know what I'm saying? It's not motivation by example, by busting ass and by getting out there and fucking showing that you're willing to do everything. Like that's the one thing too, is like coming up from your situation, if you're able to move up that way and you get into that position and you continue to grind and be there and pushing your people and not necessarily pushing to like drain every bit of energy out of their soul so they have nothing left to give in their life, but like to be like, bro, you're good at what you do. Like, here's this, and this. Let me give you a little advice. You could change this a little bit and make you a little bit more money and try to push people to hit certain goals within themselves and shit rather than company-wide goals and shit like that.
Yeah, I don't care. I never cared about company-wide goals when it came to me being a sales manager. All I cared about is taking care of your bills and helping my people take care of their bills. That was the only thing, because I didn't even care about my paycheck. Because if my paycheck was always taken care of, because all I worried about was theirs, I'm like, you're not selling cars. Let's get you more cars. Let's get you out there. Like,
yeah, exactly, man. Like try to get somebody to reach their personal goals rather than to reach your company's financial goals.
My personal goals
is the best way to manage it. I've never been a management. I've never worked for a manager like that. I've never had that experience, but that's the kind of manager I picture. Like if I could be a manager, I can't be a manager. I have too much of a temper. Like I would just tell somebody, like as soon as somebody just does some stupid shit, I'm like, you're a dumb fuck, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I was asking, are you talking about like a customer or are you talking about their boss?
Well, I'm not talking about anything in particular, wink, wink. I'm just talking about...
I'm not saying anything particular. I'm saying if you're talking about... like
what I was just talking about was the boss. Like the boss, like being a boss that is motivating a person to reach like goals within their life rather than just company goals. Like actually care about a motherfucker rather than just be like, hey... you're only doing a good job if you hit this fucking number that the company says is what you need to hit because it's the bottom line budget and blah. At that point, I don't give a fuck, dude. It's not my company. The person at the top's patting their fucking pockets. I don't give a fuck about your company goals, dog. You know what I'm saying?
There is a minimum performance.
I care about my life goals. Yes, I do. Yeah. But at that point, like I feel like in the style of management that say, I think most people are used to is going to... what am I trying to say? Manage you into a point where you're barely doing, you just want to do just enough to get by and waste as little energy in the company as possible so you can get home and try to do your own fucking thing.
Well, that's most people.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, that's...
But I think if you have a manager that pushes towards...
any manager or any person, owner of the company or anything, anybody thinks that an employee is going to care as much about their company and their business as they do is delusional. That's not going to happen. I'm going to tell you that when it comes to like when I manage and when I deal with people, I'm going to ask you what is important to you. Your time is important. Okay, great. Let's work at getting you the most amount of time to be with your family and to be with whatever you want to do.
Try to move shit fast then. Like
exactly.
Get a customer and get it out, finalize the deal, bam, bing, bang, boom, get out of here.
Exactly. Let's find you and maybe I find ways
that's helping him strive towards his personal goals. That's exactly what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? I think in today's workforce, like I work at a place that's so old school and so corporate and stuff, like they're not they're not up to date on what I think the new workforce is going to be, which is going to be more of that, hey, if I come in here and I put in, say, 8 hours worth of work in 5 hours and another motherfucker comes in here and puts in 8 hours work in 8 hours, I want to be able to leave in my 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? I want to come in and do as much work as this motherfucker is doing in 8 hours and 5 hours, get my check the same as his because I'm doing the same amount of work and get the fuck out of here because I got a family and shit I need to be.
I spent my 20s doing piecework. That was commission and piecework. Like it was amazing. I was able to work less and make a ton of money. Right. So it's out there if you want to do it.
Yeah, bro. I think that's the way the workforce is going, dude. And I think it's even push probably closer to that once fucking AI starts taking a bunch of fucking jobs and shit.
That's a good thing that I know that the AI can't do the job that I'm doing.
Well, another
it
thing
assists
AI
the job.
AI can't do this right here. What we're doing is have a conversation between two real fucking people and put out this production like this. They could do it.
No, they can do it,
but it wouldn't be genuine interaction between people. It
doesn't sound good. Like, it sounds good, but it doesn't sound good. You can tell it's inorganic. Whenever you watch something that's AI, you can always sense it. You can always tell it. It's the weirdest thing, right? Like, I've not been fooled.
No, it is. Yeah, it's super weird because there is sometimes where I'm just like questioning a little bit, but you just know something's off. Where you're like,
you're like,
bro.
I don't know.
The problem is, there's probably some shit that's real where I'm like, this seems a little off. It's probably AI. I just fucking scroll past.
I'd rather be like that than accepting as everything as true. Like, to me, being a sheep is the most.
It's too easy to make fake news, fake bullshit, fake anything right now, bro. And it's only going to get like substantially worse or easier to do.
Picture of a political campaign. You saw that?
No, I don't know. I don't know, man. I've been kind
of
fucking dealing with things.
Harris's head on some white chick to show that she worked at McDonald's. They released this. It was a picture that the campaign released to show that she was a down-to-earth person.
Like a real picture, like genuinely released by a real news company?
No,
by the
news campaign.
Company?
By the campaign did it.
No, I haven't heard nothing about that.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. It's crazy.
I'll be honest with you, it's got to the point now where the shit is so crazy.
It is.
Like, I've just kind of... Like, I listened... Don't get me wrong. I listened to the whole Joe Rogan podcast with Trump. And it was whatever. I mean, it was okay. It was good. I didn't learn anything. It was interesting to hear what he had to say about the JFK files a little bit there, where he kind of led on to where obviously, which I guess most people know, but that it was a government type deal is what he kind of played towards, because he said the only reason he didn't release it during his last term was because that certain people that would be compromised were still alive. And so he plans to release the files right away when he gets in, if he gets in this time. And so I think it's going to end up being government CIA type shit that assassinated an American president, the own government, you know?
Yeah.
I think is what it's going to come down to.
And I hope the history books fucking...
Well, that's what I'm saying. He says that for whatever reason on the Joe Rogan, that's the only one. That was the most interesting part I got from the conversation. The rest of the shit I kind of knew about. I learned a lot about tariffs, which is kind of cool because I didn't know a whole lot about tariffs. So that's interesting, and how that could help us in the long run with taxes and things like that.
So yes, it can. But let's think of it like this. If all of our goods, and a lot of our goods, we have to get stuff from outside of the United States, right? If all these goods ultimately they have to add money to it, they're going to put that right on top of the consumer. So either you're going to pay for it one way or going to pay for it another way. It's going to get paid for. The goods will not maintain the same cost if that happens.
I think what the tariffs are going to make them do is, like what he said was going to make them do, is to get around the tariffs. It would make them build factories here. And that way you're employing American workers and putting money into the American economy.
That's his goal.
Yeah. Now, whether that happens, who fucking knows, you know, but that's what
it did his first term. There were people that were trying to move, like, I think it was a Ford plant that was trying to move to Mexico.
And he shut it down.
Yeah, and he shut them down and told them, you wouldn't do that? What's that?
Well, and he was talking about that China plant that was down there in Mexico. They were getting ready to build, and he shut down with tariffs and stuff. And I never even heard about that. I didn't even know anything about that shit. And I'm just going off hearsay because that's what Trump said. You know what I'm saying? I've obviously not researched. I assume it's fucking true. You know, I haven't researched it, so maybe I'm assuming wrong. But if that is true, then I mean, it obviously works in some form or fashion.
My laptop charging cable just connected to my my sock, and it scared me. That's what I was just fixing down there.
Like hooked into your sock or something?
Well, it was like, so there's the cable. Here, I'll show you. Cable. And then this was down there.
The Velcro thing that holds.
And the Velcro thing attached to my sock.
I always take those fucking things off, and then I got a junk drawer that has like 3 or 4 of them motherfuckers laying down in there.
That's funny.
One of these days, I need to redo. Like, if I look under here, like, I take a vacuum. My desk, because I have lights sitting behind it and stuff, on tripods, is pulled out like maybe a foot and a half from the wall.
Yeah,
and
mine
so
too.
I take a vacuum, and there's cables everywhere. I have no cable management, so I take a vacuum and I try to spot do stuff back there. I need to tear this whole motherfucker down and clean at some point because you can only clean so well when there's a bunch of cords all over the floor.
See, everything, all my cables are off the floor.
No, hell no, dog. I should take this picture and send you this. It's kind of embarrassing.
I will. It'll skeeve me out. Don't do it.
It's terrible, dog. Like my feet get tangled up in my cords.
The dirty bird.
Like one of these days, the stream's just gonna end, and it's gonna be because of my foot unplugged some random cord or some shit.
Dude, it freaked me out when something grabbed my what?
I think I figured out, dude. I figured out how to. No, actually, my ghost just struck again. I forgot. I haven't clipped it out, but my fucking light just did its thing the other day again on stream, and what's fucked up is this shit will sit here all the time because I use it all the time. Like when I'm rolling and I don't want to turn the big light on, I just flip on this LED right here because it lights up where my tray's at, and I roll my joint and do whatever, then click it back off. Never does it. When I'm live on stream, does it. Crazy. But anyway, you know how I've been having that freeze up problem, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know there's a way, and I'm ghetto, so I'm older, so I don't know all the fucking ways to do things. So what I've been doing is I open my OBS Stream Elements, I open that up, and that's where you know how it is. That's where all your scenes and all your stuff are, right? Well, then to view my Kick chat and stuff, I have the Kick creator dashboard opened up, and I just use that, and I lower down my OBS. But I was leaving the preview screen on the OBS on to where it was still, I guess, even lowered, probably running in the background. And I think since I've turned that preview screen off on the OBS, so it's not running a preview of my stream as well behind the Kick website or whatever dashboard, I think it may have fixed my lockup issue. I think it was just too much trying to run both those previews.
Yeah, the only thing I have is scene stuff. I don't have any preview.
Yeah, I don't anymore either. I turned the preview off, and I think ever since then, it's only been 2 streams, and I haven't had I've been kind of cutting them short, 2.5 hours lately. So, but I haven't had a lockup since I did that. So I'm hoping maybe that fixed it.
What did you do to your mic?
What's wrong with it?
You're quiet, bro.
Here, there, that better?
Very much.
Why don't you just say something?
I did when I started. I've been playing with your audio since we started, and just you keep getting closer and then go backing up. And
I turned the gain down a little bit because I was noticing when I was streaming, I a lot of times when I'm getting up on the mic, like when I'm playing, I'm right up on the mic because I'm trying to get close to the screen because my old ass can't see. Mm-hmm. And then something happens and I'm and my fucking mic peaks. And so I would turn the gain down. So, and I'm chilling right now. So I'm kind of just, I'm excited to be here. Don't get me wrong. I love doing this. I love talking and having the podcast, but I'm just chilling. So I'm not hyped up talking all loud, And so since my gain's down, it's not picking up as much. So I need to make sure I turn my gain back up for the podcast and then turn it back down for stream. Because I've noticed, dude, I've some of the clips I've been making for the promotions, high for the Dopest and stuff. Mm-hmm. I've noticed some of the points where I'm yelling or I'm yeah, go get this shit, and then the audio sounds crappy. Audio's been sounding crappy, so I was trying to fix it. Liquid Diamond, is that what that is?
Yeah, Venom OG.
It's my lighter, dog. Where'd my lighter go, homie? Hold on, this is a catastrophe. Lemon OG. Hey, that's funny. Lemon OG, is that what you said?
Venom.
Okay. Oh, it's hot. Sorry, you guys got a little titty, and for them guys watching the video, got a little titty and belly shot there. And my Pinocchio shirt. They're probably horny now. Yeah, Venom OG.
Yeah. Woo.
Good.
It's something fierce, bro.
Puts me to buy on some more of their carts.
I'm buying every time I buy an ounce, I buy one of these now.
God, what do I have right now? I bought mine from the dispensary because I always need my carts right away. I don't want to go without them. Flour, I order ahead of time. Carts, for some reason, I don't. I don't fucking know why. Pineapple something. Apple Liftoff. That's what it's called. It's pretty good, man. Because I want, my carts are always throughout the day. That's the only time I use them. So I want something that's, again, going to not lock me down because I got to get shit
this
done.
Doesn't lock me down. This just, it's hardcore stuff, man. Hey, you're not even smoking over there.
I've been smoking, bro. But it keeps putting itself out because of all our conversation is so impactful and interesting and everything that I keep forgetting about the weed because I'm so enlightened by the brilliance that that you're speaking.
Is that brand placement? Bosch Gaming?
I don't know what. Oh, I didn't even know what you were talking about. I didn't even know what you were talking about. It took me a second to realize. I didn't even know what you were talking about. I was drinking my coffee. It took me a minute. I was thinking, I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then I forgot it even said that on the side. Yeah, dude. Apparently, I was really that. This is my very first cup. Apparently, I was real into the logo because it's on there 3 times.
No kidding, man. Well, I gotta have stuff all the way around the cup.
I don't even have merch out right now, bro. But that's apparently then. I was like, put this shit everywhere.
We still have merch up for this. I haven't checked on it in a long time.
I mean, I may have a link out there, but I haven't. I wasn't happy with the way it looked, and until I can get somebody that will, like, till I can make somebody have me like actual shirt design. You know what I'm saying? Like made to be big, like the logo that's on your shirt there. Like I have logos that I want to put on a shirt, but by the time you blow them up to that big, it looks like trash. You know what I'm saying? Because it's pixelated and everything, and so I don't have
what you have.
That's old school stuff now. I don't have anything now because I'm not really using a logo. My face is the logo.
That's the problem,
dude. That'd be sick. I'll just make a fucking BG crew.
That'd be easy to get made, bro.
You know what I'm saying? I could do something
like
that.
That's super easy.
I have had ideas too, and what sucks, bro, I need to start writing them down because I've had some killer ideas over the years for shirts, and I'm always like, oh, dude, that'd be sick. And like just ideas like through things that pop off in the community and games and different things. And then I never write it down and I forget about it.
Did you have one of those recently? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, hell no. I just know I've had them and I don't remember any of them.
Okay, just an irrelevant fact that has no lead up. Got it.
Yeah. No, it wasn't irrelevant. The relevant part of it is when we have ideas, we should be writing that shit down because our stoned asses will forget.
I do write it down. I texted my wife.
No.
Or I text you.
I do text you sometimes now. Like when I have just little ideas or whatever, I just throw them in there and forget. I need to do that.
Middle of the night, I don't care.
If I have shirt ideas and stuff like that, that's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm just going to message it to you so it's somewhere.
I'll be the one that actually makes it probably. So yeah, please do.
Probably. Because I've like over the years, I know I've had some bangers, dude, where I'm like, damn, I wish I do. Because I just don't have the skill to make it. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have, unfortunately, I hate to say it, I just don't have the time to learn how to make it. You know, I wish I did because I think that'd be awesome.
It's taken a lot of time for me to learn how to do a lot of the stuff that I've been doing.
I've tried
a lot of time in it.
I've tried learning like GIMP, you know, just stuff like that. Like I've researched that a little bit, and then but I quit. I got to where I could make certain stuff pretty decent, like, and I was getting okay at it for. I say okay for me at it, and then I quit using it and now I don't remember any of that shit.
Yeah, I just keep looking for things that I'd want to make and got to figure out how to make it myself. And
it's working. Yeah, my brain is fucking weird, bro. Because if it's not something that I like, if I'm not focused on it and like exercising my brain at it, my brain's just like, don't need that anymore. Let's just delete. It just hits the delete key. Then it goes straight to the recycle, but doesn't stay there and just gets emptied automatically as well. I can't even go back and check that shit.
Slides out the back.
Yeah. Like there is no recycle bin, bro. It just goes straight to the fucking wherever the fuck that shit goes once he leaves the recycle bin. The cloud.
It's in the cloud, man.
It's up there in the cloud.
It's in the cloud. Where the fuck is the cloud?
Bro, this was the fastest 30 minutes I've had in a very long time. That was
very stoned.
Thoroughly enjoyable 30 minutes, homie. So I'm going to drink a little bit of coffee, figure some things out, and then jump on Arena and start trying to put some headshots on people. So,
bro, I have thermals.
Yeah, you do.
And I have the thermal sights.
You better wait for Boone and Jax on that before you use
I need them to come in, man.
I know, dude. Yeah, if it's just us, I'll just hide back.
And you know I'm not interested.
No, you're good, bro. I'll just hide. You snipe them, and then once you get full, I'll just scavenge all the rest of the loot.
when I die, yeah.
Just put red ammo in that bitch and just chill, bro.
I spent $350,000 on red ammo.
Get it nerfed.
What?
Something on that deal I posted in Discord.
Oh, the thermals?
That says it's thermals. This season 1 release in November next month they're getting some kind of nerf. But I think
it's a big deal.
Just like for smoke and shit, I think.
It's because people were sitting there shooting through smoke. they would throw out smoke or whatever, and then be able to stand up.
Still see everybody through the smoke. Yeah, then now it doesn't work. The thermals through smoke don't work anymore. Plus, they did the thing with the lights as well, where they made the lights actually blind you more than just because you could still see the person's head a little bit. Yeah,
they were a target.
Now they show you right where to aim, and now it's just a big blur. But you'd still have the center mass prior. Like if you could actually aim, like if you weren't like us, if you could aim good, you could still probably smack them pretty good. But I'm going to be blinded, and I'm going to be like, God damn, my eyes are barely open anyway.
But it does. I think it's going to have a dizzy effect on your screen, like the concussion does.
Guess what? Happy Vibes sent me a message today, just saying, "Hey, checking up on you." And I said, "Oh, good." Checked the tracking the other day. Sent a deal to be here on Halloween. The motherfucking bitches are coming on Halloween, bro.
Gosh.
Oh, and there might be some. I don't know what's in there. I just know they have some form of shroomy gummies that they offer, and don't know if I'm gonna try to do those and play arena or what.
I'll be home.
Either way, it's gonna be interesting. So
it's gonna be raining here Thursday, so no one's even trick or treating.
Also, if things keep going the way they are going, and hopefully they do, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. At some point, I may want your address to start sending you a few things here and there, if that makes sense. So, and on that note, we love you, motherfuckers. Two Fridays podcast. Until next time, like and subscribe, baby.